The work is specifically about the prolific use of plastics that are polluting our world's oceans and contributing to their environmental destruction. My objective was to transform 2 plain rooms into a natural environment that slowly is taken over into a completely synthetic space. I felt compelled to give this cause a voice because I grew up with the ocean. It's just a part of me. I'm a born and raised, proud South Jersey girl. And when I was younger, I spent a lot of time submitting artwork to the Atlantic City Arts Foundation, and I had built a relationship with them. I was approached by an old high school friend of mine to do a mural at a community garden in Atlantic City, and I spent the entire summer, last summer, painting that mural, and it was part of 48 blocks for the Atlantic City Arts Foundation. And during that time, I found out that they do this really cool pop-up installation where artists get to come and take over an interior space and basically do whatever they want to the space, and that just sounded perfect for me, and that's what I wanted to become a part of, and that's why my artwork is here at this space. And art should be powerful. It should have a voice of its own, without a blog, without a statement. I'm not a writer. I'm not a politician. I'm a visual maker of aesthetic objects, most of which have no function other than to coexist. So the installation was important for me. It spoke to me in a way that I could forward my social change agenda from a simple wheat paste to a wheat plate. It is predicted that there will soon be more plastics in our ocean than aquatic life. Our mass modern consumption and consumerism result in the mass production of temporary utilitarian items that are designed to be obsolete and routinely discarded. These items are often made of polymers, packaged in plastic, delivered to you by way of plastic, a plastic bottle, a bag, a container. And if this is not recycled properly, these impulse items will become part of our environment forever, never breaking down, never biodegrading, and ultimately collecting in nature. The installation uses layers of these plastics, polymer paints, recycled and discarded ephemera. I'm hoping that people will come into this space and truly feel something, to feel that they are a part of something, to take a minute and reflect. In the ocean, there are fish that are original rubbings from the Schuylkill River in Philadelphia, and these fish were on the brink of extinction after decades of contamination from raw sewage and neglect. But conservation efforts reintroduced these same fish back into the waterways. I have the rubbings on the wall. Some of the illustrations are partially blank to evoke the idea of the invisibility of this topic and the transparent qualities of plastic that are inherent in the plastic. I utilize the material in multiple ways: cutting, weaving, knotting, and sewing and stuffing. So although it's a very real and grim commentary on our future, my aim was to create something beautiful, something that transports the viewer to the sea, an imaginary place, but that's realistically based. That you would stand and just enveloped in the layers and layers of plastic. The birds and the fish are symbolic cycles of life, perhaps even biblical references. People don't actually live underwater. They don't breathe underwater. They don't fly. So perhaps it's easier for us to ignore the carelessness of our environmental destruction. And so I use the caution tape as a personal tag in my street art in Philadelphia, but I use it here as a warning, as a plea for awareness to the seriousness of this situation, to not be invisible anymore, but to slow down, take your time, walk through the space, and think about what we can do to make a difference. So I'm excited that students from the New York Avenue School in Atlantic City are going to be coming to the space. I wanted my piece to be child friendly, I wanted it to be educational, and I wanted it to be inclusive. And as a teacher in Philadelphia right now, I know that a vast majority of my students come to school with a little black plastic bag with 2 for $1 chips, a drink, and a straw, and the drink is in a plastic bottle and the straw is plastic as well. And it's every day. I'm pretty sure that students in Atlantic City can appreciate that as well. So we need to talk to the small corner store owners and say, please stop using these plastic bags. The products are already in plastic. Can't you just put them in a paper bag? Or can't they just walk out with them without a container? And I know that it's going to be a struggle because people are used to the convenience of this plastic bag, but the plastic bags are seriously the problem. Secondly, it gives the students an opportunity to come into a really amazing space and be just wowed by the beauty and the layers of the space. And they can touch it, they can make sound with it, they can see it like a gallery space, they can see it as an environmental piece. And these are environments that I don't believe they normally see on an everyday basis. So it makes it fun and exciting to learn something that perhaps isn't the happiest thing to learn about. It's in their hand that are going to profit from taking the steps to stop using the plastics. We're going to be able to glide through the rest of our lives without this coming to some disastrous end. But it's really our children's children that are going to see the impact of all of this plastic on the environment. So that's what I'm hoping, that this piece can talk to those children who come to the space.